Tricky mate. Hello? What the hell is that? Oh my god. I just made it. Oh my goodness. This is really unbelievable.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy. I'll be playing in the 5-minute pool today, as every week, and let's hope for the best for me today. Last time it was not a very easy road to travel, I believe, from what I remember. Although I already forgot the score because I tried not to keep such trivialities in my head as a bad score. The good scores I do remember though. Okay, so 5-minute pool. Let's see who is on today and who will be my competition. And what can I say? Congratulations to Fabiano Caruana and Pavel Ilyano for winning the Isle of Man tournament. Very hard fought tournament. Nakamura played, Vasily played, uh, dozens of really, really strong players played, and um, and uh, um, and they won. So and it was really tough. And of course, lots of interesting games from that tournament going that we can now watch and enjoy. And slowly, the World Chess Championship is running. Its turn is coming our way, and off we go. Vega Crusher from Canada. Let's see what we can do with him. And he knows his stuff. I can see he's playing very quickly here. I don't know if I should check. This is a bit strange. Actually, I always want to kind of try to punish that, but maybe I shouldn't. Okay. And this castle. All right, now e4. I think it's definitely deserves to be played. Oh wow, even maybe e5. Let's put the rook out. E5 looks nice at some point, soon enough. I don't mind b5. Okay, e5. Okay, well this should be played now. Okay, what if I take twice? Or even. All right, let me wait. I mean, I'm sure there are some scrumptious possibilities that I'm avoiding, but it takes too long to calculate them. And this looks like should be finished for black, but I'll just play positionally. There's some serious things that could have happened there that I kind of didn't play, but I just don't see how black is going to hang in there, even if I play simply. There's 95 and many other things. Okay, anyway. Let me try to raise my queen a bit to e4. Here I am. And it's not easy for black to defend his king, in my opinion. On h5 I can, okay, this one, maybe I should play bishop h4. Because my bishop isn't doing much there anyway. Okay. My knight will be nicely placed. And at g4 is maybe coming soon. The only thing is on g4 there's knight f4. It's the only move I don't want to see. So maybe rook e4 first. And then g4. Maybe. Now he wants to play smart. Alright, let's move my queen away then. Since he prepared against that. I really gave black a number of chances, but I'm sure in a tournament game I would have figured out some nice let's see. Hold on 1 second. All right. Let me just maybe take the sounds down a little bit, or take them off at all. Okay. So rook h8. So if I just play rook e4 now, rook d4 to go knight e4 and knight d6. Yeah, I'm gonna change my idea here. My knight is going to d6 now. And that should be a nice addition to what I have already here. Yeah, I expected that much. Yeah, and now knight d6, rook e5. Huh. Knight actually made it very unclear. It's incredible. Well, I better do that now. There's nothing else I can do. It's really a shame how I misplayed this position. Now we get to trade the e pawn for the h pawn. H pawn being not my favorite in this case. There's nothing I can do. Yeah. Okay. Attack the rook. Just in case I actually attack the rook. Still should have an advantage, but not as much, of course, as I was planning here. Interesting line here. What if I shut this rook out? It's probably worth it for a pawn. Oh, cool try. It's a cool move by black. Annoying. Ah, boy. All right, I better keep the queens on. Yeah. Not much at all here for white. I really screwed this up. God. Alright, here I have some chances because now I'm going for rook d7. Okay. Let's trade these rooks, I guess. Let's see what happens. Okay. a4. Maybe h4 I should play. Let's try to create the semblance of an attack here with h5. I don't know. It doesn't look promising. Black should be able to draw, but there's still some. King. Okay, then I'm gonna keep the rooks on. Okay. Actually, this should be interesting ending. Okay, now my pawn Very interesting. Check. Oh my. Yay. What to do here? I think I have to do this. Oh my god. Okay, this is good. This is very good. Yes, I'm winning now. Incredibly enough, I'm winning. Okay, and take that pawn and win the ending. Okay. Wow, that was something, huh? Now, what was happening in this king and pawn ending? That's probably the most interesting question that everyone has on their minds. Is white's, of course, not winning here. So it looks like I'm losing, but what should he have done? I think he should have come this way, king g7, and then come from this side. And then as I try to get rid of these pawns, then he comes here, and this is a completely different story. Now black is winning. Instead, he went this way, and I played a3, takes, and already this is too late, actually. Even though black goes this way, I think it's too late now to play king h6, f5, because I take, and just come in first. And a well-known trick, king e6, and then king e5. So amazingly enough, very, very, what's the word, instructive king and pawning just occurred here. King e6 went from a winning position to a losing position just with one move. Okay, and of course earlier I can't even say how well I was doing for a while before I started doing really badly. Somewhere around here I was doing very well, and then I played this move knight e4 and black had h4. I should have played simply rook d1, I think, and then it's very difficult. If black plays the same idea, then of course I just take. So it's knight e4 that allowed black to play h4, and of course this whole position was pretty bad for black for a while. Anyway, here we go again. I am Garpoon from Russia. Okay, just trying to play something interesting, and I'm obliging. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, should I play bishop h4 and let him get my bishop or not? Why? Just go back. Just go back and develop my pieces. The knight will have to go back one way or another to f6. And this is like suddenly the Philidor defense with the move h6 thrown in. Interesting. Okay. And the move h6 is so helpful. Let's try to take some space. And that's a good move, actually. Okay. Let's take this. Okay, should I take with the queen? I think with the queen is good. Okay, this typical hole on d5 is what I'm hoping to convert into something going forward. I don't know if it's enough to win, but I think it's enough to claim an advantage of some sort. Although maybe not. Natural maneuver for white now is to somehow get the knight to control the d5 square. Knight d2, knight c4, knight e3, knight f1, knight e3. Of course, if black takes on b3, then there's no one controlling squares, and he does still. Okay, ending or not ending? Probably a good question. Offhand looks like I should keep the queens for now, at least. Be easier to transfer the knight to e3. I just have to watch out for d5 as a tactic. Well, there it is. I guess Black decided that without it, he's completely lost. Okay, now I can just take on e5 with the rook, of course, and play that position. It's probably the best I have, because defending it doesn't look so hot. Okay, king f1, king h1, probably just. Okay, I have an extra deep one, basically, you could say, although say that I don't. Okay, now I guess knight d2 or knight d4. Knight d4. Then g6. Oh no, knight d4, I'm attacking the knight. Knight d2, there's rook e3. Rook e3 is coming in any case. Interesting. So I should play knight d4 then. To attack the bishop and to stop rook e3. Also sometimes thinking about knight f5. On bishop e5, I was thinking of rook e1. I think that's quite strong to pin that bishop. And that would probably be winning. Smart idea to play knight f3 later. Queen d6 later. Okay, if I play queen b5, then what does he do? Queen d8. Okay, let me try it anyway. Just I'll take another pawn. So queen b5, queen g6, knight f3, rook e3. Then I can check on f5. And how do I defend against mate at that point? He's threatening rook f3. I can play rook c1. g6. Queen c2. Okay, it's worth trying. I think it's a cool line. It's a cool, interesting line to try out. Okay. Check here. Check here. And maybe rook e1. Maybe rook f1, rook d1 maybe. Let's see. Oh no! I just noticed the bishop coming to a7. I missed that completely. Yeah, just noticed this. Oh, not this move. Anything but that. Queen e2 was better. And now I lost. Yeah. Ay. That was so silly. That was so silly. It's crazy. Ay. What a bummer. I found this move too. That's a killer. That's a real killer. Yep. Huh. Yeah, this is losing horribly. Oh no. That's too bad. Oh god. Another game spoiled. Too bad. Now, where did I go wrong? I was playing so reasonably well. And then, okay, so this position is actually quite complicated. I think maybe I don't have anything here. But queen, maybe I should have just played queen f2 after all. And some like rook d1. And finally, I mean, I'm defending, but okay, I wanted more. So, but now I think I'm just losing because I missed this check from the sides. And then, okay, here, of course, I shouldn't have played this move. I should play something like d6. But this position, like say, if black just continues putting his pawn d7, and then he just wins the d-pawn, he should be winning the game. So this was really, really bad, the way I played it. But it seemed nice, and I don't know. I mean, it seemed like I should go for this. I mean, obviously, I was a pawn up, but white had good compensation. Maybe I should black had good compensation. Maybe I should play rook f1, so that kind of keeping the position in some tension. Black can't play queen d6. He plays some like rook e7. I play knight f5, and I can try to. Right now, d5 isn't hanging. Maybe I can try to push d6. Okay, well, maybe I get some counterplay against this guy now. Let's see. It's a dangerous guy, huh? This guy's a dangerous guy, obviously. Okay, let's see. What can we do against such a dangerous guy? Let's bring our queen out. Defense. Hoping for defense. Okay, now should I play 6 or should I play rook d8? Looks like rook d8 is a more interesting move here. Knight f4 he wants to play. What if I take on d5? going to take on d5. Make it simple for everybody. Just make it a little bit simpler for everybody. He can go knight c7, actually. He did. That's really cool. All right. That's amazing. But yeah, she did that. All right, check. And should I play knight a6? Play knight a6 for now. Oh my god. I can play b6 here. Oh my god. Should I play rook d2 then? Play rook d2 for now. Wow. This guy's fierce. Crazy position. Okay. What if I play e3? It's got to be a good move. Okay. I'm not sure the knight is actually escaping for real. Amazing guy. Okay, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. Keeping all my little trump cards. Maybe the h-pawn will queen after all, huh? Crazy position. Let's go. Time to survive, huh? Okay. Let's see if you can survive this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this is survivable, but we can try. h4 is hanging in a couple moves. I'll still have an h-pawn to queen. Tough game. Wow. Nice. If I take, he wants to go knight f3. But if I don't take, what am I doing, right? Okay, I'm going to take, if I go check, okay, now what? Bishop g4, I guess. Really? Oh my god. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, this is not winning, perhaps. I guess it's not winning. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this looks very much like I can't win this position. But who knows? I can certainly try. Okay, well, let's. Should I rush it? I don't think so. Lots of calculations here. This looks dangerous. Looks losing for white now, finally. Because this. Okay, wait. I'm going to defend this for one more move. Okay. And this should be winning now. Okay, well, nice for you, but I used to win these positions back in the day. Okay, time to finish it up. Nice. Okay, that was a tough game. My god. Now, how did I screw up? I don't know, but I screwed up at some point. I think, well, this was, I don't know what was happening there. But of course, this position looked very promising when I sacrificed, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not such a big deal. I played knight a6, very complicated position, c3, and now I played, okay, maybe I could have played e5, so that on king c2 I could defend this rook. This I missed completely, this idea. So I played rook d2, f3. Maybe white should have just taken the knight immediately if he's going that way. And now, yeah, this I like, that I have such a nice pawn on e3, but, and of course the knight is still a bit trapped. And then I went for this very complicated position, which I thought maybe I was already better in. And then white just sacrificed. And we got to this ending. Bishop f5. Yeah, this position is so interesting. And here I kept the, I took the rook. Maybe, okay, so I mean, I was thinking a long time about this, and like h4, king g2, h3, king g3, bishop f3, rook, and I think I missed h2. Yeah, that's what happened. I just missed h2. Because here, of course, after kh3, this is very, very good for white. Oh, but this is a draw. This is a dead draw. You know why? Because my pawns have the wrong color. See, they hit the square, which is not the square that this guy can hit. Oh, missed. So, okay, that was some game, huh? All right. And let's see what happens. Okay, Dutch defense. Why not? A little Dutch magic never hurts. Oh no, I'm gonna play c3 for now. I'll say bishop d3. I just want to open up black's king with g4. That's all. That's my only plan, really. I have no other ideas here. So here it is, g4. I don't care about anything else. All right, take. And maybe something else. Let's see, 95, take. Maybe 95. Not sure about it. Okay, knight takes. And just so black doesn't really cancel that fast, especially if he moves his rook. I don't think he will. Okay, let's move our pawn up. Can be a little bit nuisance. And this one we can keep. I think we can keep this bishop for now. Although maybe I should have taken, I don't know. Very complex positions. I'm not trying to make it easy for myself. Okay, which way? CD is usual, but maybe here ED already, because I'm gonna use the, maybe I can use the E file. My king can hide to F1. Maybe that's the ticket. Maybe that's the ticket. Okay, king hides to F1. And my knight starts coming out, finally. Knight D2 F3, 5. Let's see what happens after that. F3 and rook H2. Queen A4. Yeah, F3 is definitely going to be played. Queen A4 definitely going to be played. And knight D2 definitely going to be played. Okay, now I've developed almost all my pieces really, really quickly. Hopefully that will be good for something. I don't know. I'm only hoping. Alright, I can play rook E1. I can play bishop G5 too. But that's not worse. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. That's accepted. I'm accepting that, yes. And let's defend our position with the bishop. Okay, it's okay. Queen is a queen, as they say. Now the knight goes to a nice square. C5, namely. Okay, should I king F2 maybe is a better square than D1. Yeah, let's go to F2. Now knight C5. And now I want to take on D7 and take on C6. That's definite progress. Okay, now I was thinking about B4. B4. B4, if rook A7, B5. I don't know. Is that a good idea? I'm not sure. At least I open up my rook. I don't know. Hard to say. What else can I try? Well, I'm going to do it. I don't see anything else. What? Complete ignore? Take. Thank you. That's really... Oh, what? And why is this dangerous? I can play queen c2. It's not dangerous. Now my pawn on a6 will be something. Something to look at. Yeah, it looks dangerous. The black has some stuff, but yeah, exactly. He's trying to exchange now. His beautiful knight. Alright, I'll exchange it. Keep my pawn pushing. Alright, I'll just develop my bishop for now. Play rook b1 next. One day. not a distant day. Aha, he wants to play c4. So rook b1 take, that's not gonna work, right? Rook b1 looks good. Alright, rook b7 looks even better. Okay, now I can probably take on c5 because I don't want this pawn to survive. So I'm going to take. Okay, something about queen g5 mate is definitely calling here. There's rook e3. And rook c5. Rook c7. Take. Queen b2. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try this. Threatening some sort of mate. Okay, yeah, queen d2. I missed that kind of thing. I saw it, but I kind of missed it. Didn't want to believe it. But okay, the rook is not doing that great there, so I can just move my bishop, I think. What's he going to do now? On bishop c6, there's rook c7. f4, I can play queen d2. Tough to make a move for black, actually. That doesn't hang something. Yeah, queen d2, I think. Queen d2 looks quite strong. Finally, with a threat. Aha. Aha. That's something. All right, let's move the bishop to d3. Back to where it does something. Okay, and rook g7, so I can take on g6. And maybe, what is it? Maybe check. Another check. Okay, I just don't want to. I just don't want something on g8 to happen to me. I don't want it to be dangerous. Okay, so I'm going to check you here, since I don't like that idea. I mean, okay. Okay, now nothing with rook g3, so king h2 maybe. Okay, me. Oh my God, maybe with rook g3. I'll let it fly. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna play e5. Queen g2. Okay, black's moving quickly. Queen b7, a7, a8. That's two queens. That's one of them. The second of them. Got 18 seconds. All right, that was a tough game, and we don't have time to look over it because my next opponent's here, showing himself off with a British defense, British opening, UK opening. Oh, the English I meant. Okay, now we got it. And I'm playing the Caris Parma variation, and I'm quite comfortable with it. So there it is. Bishop f4. That's a rare move. Really. To do this, b5 probably. AK5. I haven't seen this in 100 years, this variation. I think I played it right. Black should have an okay position, even a better one if I can keep that queenside majority going. Yeah, let's keep that queenside majority going. That I'm not afraid of because I don't see what that threatens. I can only play f6 at some point, like now. In fact, why don't I play f6? All right, let's play bishop f5, I suppose. Bring some pieces out. Never too late to develop. C3, 4, I guess. And d4 is the general plan. Okay. Let's try this interesting looking move. And defend this pawn. I don't know about that. Okay, knight b3 now. All right, let's see what happens. King h8 or I guess. Complication station. Kind of looks like I'm gonna come out a piece up, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Now what? Queen f7. Okay. So if I play knight c2, for example. Okay, this one can actually take the bishop, but not take the knight. Still up something. A rook. Still up a rook. Which isn't too shabby. I think I'll be up a piece after all. After all that's said and done. Pretty cool calculation by me somehow. But maybe white had better. I don't know. This was quite unnerving. He has a pawn for a rook right now on the board. Takes my rook, I take his bishop. If he plays d5, I play queen g7. Because he doesn't have bishop d4 thanks to my knight on c2. So we get to trade bishops and knights as well, and then I'll have a rook and bishop against... Okay, he's doing this. That's strange because I can play queen g7 immediately. Yes, there it is, and there's no rook hanging anymore. So I don't know what that had in mind, what he had in mind with that. It's just a rook down now. And he resigned. Okay, so, okay. Crazy complicated stuff happened here. I think after knight, I think here, white had f3. That must have been the strongest move. Let's see, takes. I have queen e6 though, hitting the bishop. So if he takes here, I can take and probably have a good position here. I can go back, hitting him here. Okay, queen f. Yeah, I mean this should be better for black a little bit, but who knows? Maybe it's about equal. So if he didn't do that, and he played queen c2, then I played with this knight b3, and he went for it, and I went for it too, and he went for it, and I played king h8. Knight queen c3 and queen f7, knight d5 and knight c2. I think I played a very good game here, actually, because now he's lost. Now he could have taken the rook, but I would have just taken him back. d5, queen g7 I was going to play, and just takes, and I don't know, bishop h3 looks cool. I can throw in rook c8 first, bishop h3. I mean, eventually I should be winning this because I can even threaten mate out there somewhere. Queen e2, queen f6, queen e2, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm the only one trying to win, and I have big chances to do it. So, that's actually quite cool. Let's see. What happened in the opening here? It's quite interesting. I mean, maybe g5 was a bit drastic. I was thinking about this move actually, just to stop white from moving his pawns. Let's say on h3, I just play bishop h5, g4, then bishop f7. If he plays e4, I just play rook c8, and I think I should be much better here. I mean, in general, the c pawn is stronger than whatever else is going on in that position. Okay, I'm playing Demented Monkey, for better or worse. Okay, let's see what happens. I started with a pawn sack. Okay, queen b6. And good question. Okay, I'm going to play c4. I was thinking maybe queen c2, huh? I guess not. Okay, and bishop f5. These positions are always very interesting to me. Kamsky loves them for white. And I've played it once or twice, but didn't really get that, feeling like, yeah, I'm going to get you because your pawns are doubled on the b file. On the contrary, I had the feeling I was about to lose almost the whole way through. Okay, that's done to keep my bishop alive, by the way, with tempo, mind you, which is going to be nice. Now I can play b5 and there's no e4 happening. Okay. I love my position now. I got everything and I want it. Now b4 is coming. Loud and clear. Demented monkey is warned. b4 is coming. There's no stopping it now. There just ain't no stopping it now. That's my no stopping it song. No stopping the b4 song. And there it is. b4 rears its ugly head. All right, take. And okay, he wants to play e4. Obviously, if I play bishop a3, e4, bishop b2, it takes on d5. So there's some issues there. I should deal with that somehow. So since it's actually a valid point, I have to say. Could I miss it? e4. So how do I deal with e4? I should have had the pawn bishop on h7, and I would have had g5 and knight f6. And now I screwed that up. Well, what can I do? Nothing else I can do. I'm going for it. I have to develop my pieces. And so off they go. Developed, at least. Wow. This guy's not letting me go easy here. Huh. Well, I can't castle. He takes on c4. God damn. To defend c4. Of all things. So I gotta grab this guy. Knight c8? Really? Unbelievable. Alright, gotta get rid of this guy. Can't stand him. I can't stand it. Pretty amazing how white is getting out of this unscathed almost. Yeah, bishop h7 versus bishop g6. Huge difference. I could have stopped e4 forever. Aha, he took this way. Interesting. Now I can defend with rook c8. Then that. Alright, let's get this guy out of my life to begin with. Okay, b5 I don't want to play. Rook a4. Maybe. Rook c8 for now. 95 for now. Try to make something of the c pawn. Sure if that's going to be doable though. So I have a stupid bishop on a3. Ha 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 ha, this is unreal. Okay, I think I have an interesting move. Yeah. On rook b7 I have bishop c1, and on rook e1 knight takes c3. That's a cool idea. Stopping f4 and controlling a few squares here and there. Yikes. Forgot about that one. I just forgot about that one. Now I'm gonna be tortured. Actually, not so long. Oh, can I take on a2? Rook c2 and bishop c4. Oh, amazing. Just this first. Oh, to win a pawn. Cool. But the bishop is not so good, huh? Okay. He's trying to defend now. I think he's trying to defend. Okay. See if I can win this. I don't know how I could win this, but maybe like this. Wow. That's a nice one. Okay, and we're playing on, and that's good because that gives me some chances to show how good my technique is, how solid my technique is. I rook up. Oh, I could have had him. I could have really had him. Well, that was something. Wow. I hope you enjoyed that game, because I did. I was getting outplayed royally. And of course, the key, I think, came around here when I played bishop g6 instead of bishop h7. Had I played bishop h7, then somewhere around here, well, I shouldn't have played b4 since I got to this position, I don't think. And then when you played rook e1, takes, bishop a3. Okay, maybe here I should have done, okay, with the bishop on h7, I could have played g5 and knight f6. This way, if I played e4, I didn't like the move e4. And really some position like this. Well, then maybe this was a way to play. Okay, still about equal, like in the game, maybe. Whoa, that was a lot of fun. There were a lot of cool games. The second game with Garpoon was really cool. Take a look. I enjoyed them. I'm sure you will too. take you to the Max show. See you next week. This was Grandmaster Max Dlugy. Thank you, my audience. All the best, and bye-bye.